Dear brothers and sisters in Christ, good morning, happy Tuesday. Today, Tuesday, November 1st, Solemnity of All Saints. It's a big solemnity today. Today we're celebrating all the saints. Who are the saints? The saints are the ones who are with God. And so the saints are all the ones whose souls are in heaven with God. So we have many saints, the ones who we know and venerate as saints, like St. Mary, of course, all the saints, St. Joseph, St. Peter, St. Paul, the apostles, the saints officially recognized by the Church. But also today we're also celebrating a great multitude of people who are saints already in heaven with God, many of our family members, lots and lots of people who lived lives of faith, hope, and charity, who dedicated their lives to loving God and their neighbors, and now they're sharing God's glory with angels in heaven. These are the saints. So today we're celebrating the feast of all the peoples who have come before us and are already sharing in the triumph of Jesus' resurrection. In the Church we talk about something called the communion of saints. The communion of saints means that we on earth, we are in communion with the saints in heaven. So we are all part of one church. We on earth, the saints in heaven, the souls in purgatory, and we're part of this Church of God, the family of God. And so the communion of saints means that we are in communion with the saints. We can pray to the saints and they intercede for us. That's their job, so to speak, what they do in heaven, to intercede for us, to help us. So that's also what we are celebrating today. The glory of the saints, we give thanks to God for the gifts of the saints. We also celebrate the communion of saints, our being communion with the ones who are sharing God's glory in heaven. So also today we are also celebrating sanctity in itself, because sanctity is not reserved to people who are already in heaven, but sanctity is a journey. We have all been called to be saints, to become saints. That's ultimately our calling, to be a saint, which is to be with God, to do God's will, to follow God's commandments, to observe His commandments, to strive to do good, and to follow Christ. So today, the Feast of the Saints also point to our own path to sanctity. If you look at the saints that we know and venerate, the multitude of saints we know and venerate, we see the saints they came from all walks of life. We have saints in our church who were young and died very young, like the 3 shepherds in Fatima, but also, of course, a lot of saints who lived long lives. So young and old. We have rich and poor among the saints. We have well-read and smart people like St. Thomas Aquinas, one of the greatest theologians and greatest minds that have lived on earth. And also very simple people. We're farmers of even gatekeepers at the convent. Rich and poor, smart and unschooled people. Successful ones and famous ones, like St. Louis, King of France, and Elizabeth of Hungary, Queen of Hungary, but also very simple people who nobody knew of during their lives. So, looking at the saints, how many saints we have, well, we are reminded that sanctity is for everyone. It's not just for an elite, a chosen group. Sanctity is for all of us. We all can be saints. And also, sanctity is not about doing great things. Sanctity is about being with God and following Christ. And today, the gospel of today is the gospel of Beatitudes. Jesus calls blessed, which is to be a saint, to be with God. Blessed, the ones who are poor in spirit, the ones who mourn, the meek, the peacemakers, the ones who hunger and thirst for righteousness. To seek God in our life, to strive to do good, to be peacemakers, to suffer for justice, suffer for the gospel, to be clean of heart, to rely always on God, to be poor in spirit. This is sanctity. That's the secret of sanctity. And so we can all be saints. Sanctity is something accessible to everyone. We're all been called to be saints because there is no situation in life that can prevent us from becoming saints. And sanctity is something ultimately simple. to be with God, to do God's will, to strive, to be good, to put into practice Jesus' teachings, to love God, love our neighbor. That's a secret of sanctity. So we can all do it, because we all want to be with God, we all want to go to heaven, and one day we hope to be with God and the saints in heaven. So that's sanctity. That's what we're celebrating today. And also tomorrow we'll be celebrating All Souls Day. We're going to be praying for all our loved ones who have gone before us. May God welcome them in His kingdom of peace soon. And then one day also, may we be united with them and all the saints in heaven. Take care, God bless.